Hello and welcome to another Demis Hellen tutorial. This is Get Out My Head, the latest release featuring Mark Agustin on verse 1, 2 and the break. And it's out now on Apple Music, Spotify and all the other download and streaming services. This is Mark's verse here. So that's the first verse. He's got some really good content, so I would highly recommend that you go and check out his channel on the link below. It's the first link in the description, and check out all his other music and all his vlogs and everything. Top-notch content, and you can't beat some of the lyrical content that he has on there. So without further ado, let's have a look at this track. So you can hear the main elements on there. You'll have heard pluck stars in there definitely, which is the first melody intro. So no Demis Hellen track is complete without pluck stars in some capacity in the track. So there's actually two instances. We've got one here and one here. They're EQ'd differently. So that is the main hook line. This is where it all started. I had this vocal. And then I had this. I just heard this progression building. And they were married together straight away. And the track was born. The only downside, the actual track was like this originally. So it started like that without the choirs on. And the bass line, it was just dragging. And it just didn't fit. This was the original verse section, which then got migrated to the break. On here we actually went with a 4 to the floor kick and a kind of trippy bass line, which I think emphasized his vocal rhythm, and it just emphasized his staccato with his rap. Worked much better and framed it all nicely. So on there, we just have the thicker synth on fade out to keep the pace going. We have the bass line, obviously. Then we have a choir that supports underneath. And then we have this atonal section here, which just provides a bit more rhythm. But it's very subtle. And then we have pluck stars again, just EQ'd a little bit more subtly to make it nice and soft for this section. And then to bring in the chorus, we just open up the filters, and that's it. So the idea was to let Mark lead into the chorus without me having to do anything extravagant and take the focus away from his vocal section. So I let him lead it in. And then it's just fully opened on the filters. And we're back to the original section, but with all the elements in. And then you'll notice at this section, we have half a bar. And that is to emphasize the vocal starting because there was too much of a gap. So broken in pieces, it's hard to put together. It all felt right. So before it went like this. It was just too long and it just dragged a little bit. So bringing it half a bar forward just really helped the track pull together, and the few words pre-rolling into the verse worked really well. So again, letting Mark lead the way into the vocal, just like we into the verse 2, sorry, just like we'd let him lead into the chorus. Here we have something a little different. We have a call and answer. So this is a phone ringing effect, and we drop the kick, the bass changes, so it emphasizes and focuses in on Mark's lyrics, and then you hear the phone. So let's have a listen. Whatever, mind clouded with doubt, scared to be alone. You ain't answer my text, so I'll pick up the phone. So much of you changed. So it's like a call and answer. He's actually saying you don't answer the text or pick up the phone. A little bit of reverb and delay on his voice, and it all kind of focuses in on him without the music being a focus at all. You ain't answer my text, so I'll pick up the phone. So much of you changed. And then straight back into it. Obviously then bringing the hats in, and then we bring the atonal bit and the choir. And then here, instead of opening the filter to bring it in, we just let it flow into it gently with a break in the beat. And then it slowly fades in, and then it fades back out to obviously signify that the break is on its way. It's time for us to move on. We can't make it right with this too wrong. So then that's where we have the change in the tone. Bit of thick choir action going on, but I had to drop it back so it focused on his vocals. Let him lead it into the chorus again. So because he was a little lighter on the, if you listen to the first one where he leads into here, feel all the pain that I feel has quite a lot of meaning and impact, lets it lead into that section, whereas this one it's a little bit more gentle on the lyrical content. I can't be on the same level that you want. Let's move on. So I have to bring in the snare just to signify it's changing, but he still leads it. Everything faded in, and then it goes to this, then we drop the beat, and then the track is done. And that is everything. So that is Get Out My Head. It's out now. Check it out at the link, and do not forget to check Mark's channel out. Got some awesome content on there, really worth checking out, and share the love. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.